And for more, we cross to Sean King, University of Notre Dame Lu Institute for Asia and Asian Affairs affiliated scholar. Good afternoon and thank you so much for your time today, Sean. Yes, as we've just heard, approximately 2,000 people a day are dying in the United States from COVID-19. However, we're also hearing experts from the White House COVID-19 task force say that the outbreak is starting to level across the US.
Yeah, well, it's tragic and deaths follow infection. So while the deaths are peaking, apparently the experts tell us that the infections are leveling off. So we'll just have to wait and see. But every death is a true tragedy, and we just hope this ends as soon as possible.
Absolutely, Sean. How are you doing? How are your friends, family, everyone around you doing at the moment?
I mean, so far, everyone I know. We've had one family friend die. A few friends have had some close calls, but so far, everyone close to me is fine. I live in Manhattan. I spent the first week there in my apartment all alone. And then after a week, I thought, given population density and access to hospitals, it was safer to come out here to Long Island and set up shop in my parents' basement, which is where I'm Skyping you from today. So far, so good. We're all a little lonely, but, you know, the alternative is much worse.
Yes, absolutely. Now, Sean, the World Health Organization chief warned that lifting lockdown measures too early could spark a deadly resurgence in infection. And also this week, Trump was known to be saying that he was cutting off funding or suggesting cutting funding to the World Health Organization. What are your thoughts with all of this?
Well, the World Health Organization does a lot of good. When it comes to malaria, it comes to AIDS, they've really been pioneers. But on this, too often, they've taken Beijing's line over what should be obvious facts. I mean, between those last 2 weeks of December, mainland China had 105 infections and 15 deaths. Yet as late as January 14th, Beijing was saying there was no evidence of human-to-human transmission. And the World Health Organization was basically just retweeting Beijing's mainland Chinese government tweets, despite the fact that Taiwan had warned the WHO in December of human-human transmission cases through its sources in Wuhan. And of course, because of geopolitics and tension with Beijing, Taiwan is denying an observer status at the World Health Assembly, which they did have from 2009 to 2016. So I like a lot of what the WHO does, but the fact that they bought too many of Beijing's lies at face value on this while excluding Taiwan, I don't think Trump's actually going to follow through on his threat. But it's good that he gives them a warning and a little smack.
Big news also this week, Sean. Bernie Sanders suspending his campaign. Do you think Bernie's supporters are going to follow Joe Biden, who is now the only one up against Donald Trump?
Most of them will. But a few Bernie supporters with whom I play hockey, and I will remain nameless, who voted for Bernie in the primary, voted for Trump in the... And, you know, Bernie should, if he's out, he's out. But he's saying, I'm suspending my campaign, but I'll keep my delegates and want to have a voice at the convention. You have to know how to lose gracefully. So I would think Biden's got to worry that by Bernie staying in there, it's going to force Biden to the left, which makes him less electable in the general. And then some people will either stay home or vote for Trump, who are committed Bernie supporters because Bernie's not fully coming out from Biden. I mean, who am I to say, because I'm a Republican, I'm not even a Democrat, but then again, neither is Bernie Sanders.
And who do you think Joe Biden will pick for the vice president?
I'm not posting that with a 10-foot pole. Call me a month.
We're having a little bit of problems hearing you at the moment. We might just finally ask you, Sean, we've been talking about how the mood is there where you are, but how are people adhering to social distancing? Obviously, you've got the Easter break. We had some nice weather for parts of Australia here yesterday, and obviously in the UK it's getting warm as well. So a lot of people hopefully adhering to the strict laws. What are you seeing?
Well, first of all, on Biden's VP, I said I have no idea. Call me in a month. On the social distancing, most people are sticking to it. I go out for a drive once every other day just to clear my head, and I do see people walking around where they shouldn't be, and I roll down the window and I scold them, just like I scold joggers in the West Side Highway bike path when they shouldn't be there. But for the most part, I think people are sticking to it, especially here. I can't speak for the rest of the country, considering that we're in the epicenter of it all, where people are dying left and right. for the most part, people are really following the guidelines.
Well, thank you so much for your expertise today, Sean, and you and your family stay well, and hopefully we'll see you again here on Sky News very soon.
Thank you.